The Champions League and the Europa League finals are both set after two insane comebacks. Liverpool beat Barca 4-0 without two of their strongest players. Spurs came back, Lucas Moura with that 95th minute goal. And Europa League final is Arsenal and Chelsea. It was the first time there were four from one nation, and it's all from England, which makes them look pretty good. So I decided to make a starting 11 of the best players that will be participating in the Champions League final, then the Europa League final, and they're gonna have them play, and I'm gonna have them play each other. So I'm just gonna show you both of the team sheets. The Champions League final one, we took control of Liverpool because I'm backing them. I can easily see them winning. They beat Spurs twice this season, and I'm a Liverpool fan if you couldn't tell already. So the Liverpool attacking three is kind of inseparable. So I kept Mane, Firmino, Salah. The thing about Liverpool is their weakest department is midfield. They have a good midfield. It's just that's their weakest department, and it happens to be Spurs' strongest, I think. So I just had Eriksen, Ali, and Son. I know Son's a center forward, but the way he plays, if you know what I mean, I could kind of see him as a midfielder. Liverpool's defense is really good. They have Van Dijk, who was a PFA Player of the Year, best defender in the world right now, I think. But then they kind of have the extra center back slot, which has always been kind of open. So I just put Toby Alderweireld there from Spurs. He's a really strong option. Then I have Alisson between the sticks. He has I think he's second behind Ederson for the most clean sheets in a Premier League season, and he's just been phenomenal this season. So that's the Champions League starting 11. This is the Europa League starting 11. I took control of Chelsea because I'm backing them. They've had a bit of a more consistent season. They had their ups and downs. I think overall they have better players than Arsenal. And this one was hard because the two teams aren't as deep as Spurs and Liverpool are. So it's kind of hard to pull players because they're almost really equal teams in quality. It's just I think Chelsea play better, if that makes sense. And it was kind of hard to pull players of the same quality and form a starting 11. But I have Hazard and Aubameyang up front. I think Aubameyang is Arsenal's best player. He doesn't always get the start. Sometimes Lacazette plays because he's really good as well. I mean, if I did subs, I think I probably would have included Lacazette, but I don't think I'm gonna. So I have Aubameyang up there, really good player overall. Hazard, definitely Chelsea's best player, although he may not be there for much longer. Sorry, Chelsea fans, hate to break it to you. And he is a left wing, but he could play as left forward. I think he has before, so I think that's pretty safe. I have Ozil and Torreira here. Ozil is one of Arsenal's. He's been there for a while. He's one of their best trusted attacking from the midfield. Torreira, I think he's fairly new, and he's just been doing well all season, so I have him. I might actually put Torreira in the center since he's defensive, so he can kind of hold down from the middle. Jorginho, I think, is one of Chelsea's best midfielders. And Kanté, I think, is Chelsea's best midfielder. He could be like a hot second, their best player after Hazard, of course. David Luiz he's kind of had his downfalls this season, but I think he's been pretty good. I mean, he just got his contract renewed at Chelsea, so they wouldn't have done that for no reason. And he scored that pretty good goal recently. I think it was against Watford. Then we have Socrates. It was kind of a couple weeks ago, not so much now. It's still a little pretty controversial as form, but I think besides that, for the rest of the season, he was pretty good, so I threw him in there. Monreal I know Arsenal have had their struggles with defense, but Monreal usually delivered. Then Azpilicueta, I have him in right back. And then I did Kepa because I just think I think overall is a better keeper, and he's been more consistent than Bernd Leno. So that is the Europa League starting 11. So here we are in kickoff with Liverpool and Chelsea. I'm just doing it in the... Oh, that looks weird. Mesut Ozil in the Chelsea kit. Sorry, Arsenal fans. Probably don't want to be seeing that. And pretty safe to say that you won't in real life. But I went with the Champions League final game mode just because it's kind of a bigger competition. I just think it'll be kind of cooler to have. So yeah, I'll just get right into this game. So here we are, Liverpool and Chelsea in the Champions League final, which would not happen modern day. I mean, I could have seen it happening a couple years ago, because when Chelsea were good, but Liverpool wasn't really, so it's kind of like a clash of the ages almost. And I was, oh, yep, early goal from Eriksen, straight off the bat. That was a good goal. But what I was saying, I was kind of surprised, like if the Champions League, when the Champions League started, if someone said to me, I think it's going to be Spurs Liverpool in the final, I just would have said, that's not right. Because I could have seen Liverpool making it, even though they did have a tough way in the group stage. And also, after the first leg, even as a Liverpool fan, I was not extremely confident, to say the least. And Spurs, I mean, I think it's their first time appearing in the final, so, and they normally haven't done well in the final, not in the final, in the Champions League recently, so I was surprised they made it. I was surprised I actually blew it towards the end of that game, so it's gonna be an interesting final, honestly. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully Liverpool can lift it for the 6th time in their club history, which is pretty crazy if you think of it, but yeah. So Firmino from distance has got us our 2nd goal. It's only the 20th minute. I think we can really, this should be a pretty easy fixture. It's because I picked a good team. And just wait, I'm not going to tell you yet, but I am going to actually challenge this team, because the squad I put out for it to play against it's not too hard. I mean, just kind of goes to show, and I'll probably know how more competitive the Champions League is than the Europa League. So I do have a challenge up my sleeve, which I'm not going to tell you yet, but just wait till after this game. Mane from point blank, assist from Firmino, has made it 3. 2 Liverpool players have scored and 1 Spurs player, so looking pretty good. Good ratio. Set up pretty well, and I wasn't really expecting this game to be challenging, and it isn't. Okay, I was just waiting to announce that to see if it was offside. It was a really good through ball from Son, and Firmino just got the easy finish. And this game's just, I mean, I wasn't really expecting it to be hard, but I wasn't really expecting it to be this one-sided. I mean, the Europa League team hasn't really gotten any chances, and you think they would with Hazard and Aubameyang leading the front. When I first put him in, I'm like, that's going to be hard, but not really, because the defense has just been so vulnerable. Mane with the screamer across him from Salah. 5-0 in the 40th minute. And I wasn't, as I said, I wasn't expecting this. Everything's going our way. This is great. Let's have another look at this. Mauricio, does not like the starting 11 I put out. And Firmino makes it 6. You know, Firmino will do that too, just close up. He has a lot of great passers in the middle of the park, so with the team of great passers, like they have great vision and great finishers, and they'll do it to you. Firmino with his 4th goal, making it 7-0. 70th minute still, so a bit of time till we scored our last, but still pretty great. Just passing around the defense, shooting from far out. Still the same drill. Final whistle, 7-0. She's just insane. And you can see Firmino scored 4, Mane scored 2, then Eriksen, the only Spurs scorer, scored 1. But overall, my review on this game, the Spurs midfield definitely helped. They were very quick, they set up lots of chances, all their players were good at finishing, shooting. They could also, like, their pace was very high as well. So that was good. So I think maybe Jurgen Klopp, if you're watching this, just give Pochettino a call before June 1st and steal his midfield. I know you can't do that. I wish so. So I think that's definitely it was a good idea to kind of freshen up the midfield, kind of get a bunch of attackers, because Liverpool with Fabinho and Henderson, they've kind of had more of a holding midfield, which I like. I just wanted to see if this would work for them, which it did. I mean, they won 7-0, and the defense was also on point. They didn't really get any shots except for in the end. And they weren't really that great. I mean, the defense had a lot of people that were in the PFA Team of the Year. I mean, it had winner of the PFA Player of the Year, TAA, possibly the best right back in the world. Yeah, so just overall really good team with a lot of depth. And the challenge I was telling you about, now I'm going to bring them up against the Adidas All-Stars. For those who don't know, the Adidas All-Stars is a team that you're able to purchase in the catalog in FIFA 19. And Adidas put together a team of all the best players from all clubs around the world. So I'll just show you that before that game. And yeah, just before next game, let me know who you think are going to win the Champions League and the Europa League in the poll card.
There we have it. The Champions League victors for 2019.
Don't know, this is the Adidas All-Star team. Like I said, it's an All-Star team that Adidas put out, best players from all around the world. And so it has, you see Dybala on the left wing, then Messi and Salah. You see Deli, so he'll be on both teams. Then Rakitic, Pogba, Ozil. Then you got Marcelo, Hummels, and Alba. So only 3 in the back, which I think is kind of weird, but I think the midfielders are kind of random. I mean, I probably would have picked some different players. I might definitely like maybe Modric in there. Maybe like some of the players I use, like Ericsson, Son, maybe at least in reserves or something. I just think the players they picked are kind of random. Then we have De Gea, but overall it's a pretty strong team. I'm just gonna put Alba in for Alba, cause this helped them in the defense. And then you got 2 reserves, which is kind of weird, Jesus and Bale. And you can see that in the subs it's Benzema, Werner, Lingard, Conte, Neuer, Alaba, and Rodriguez. So Ozil and Conte were both in the Europa League team, so I get to play this team again. Lucky them, not. So yeah, we're just gonna see. I think I'm gonna win. I don't think I'm gonna win as much as I did last time, because it's much better opposition, but you know what, we'll see. I'm guessing 2-0. I don't think I'm gonna win by maybe 3. I think I'll score 1 to 3 goals. So 1 minimum, 3 max. So this is gonna go straight into the classic match.
Corner taken by Ozil. Good defensive clearance there. Chance to cross it. Ozil. Here's Messi. You can't put them in front.
So they have scored. Paulo Dybala. They really just unlocked our defense, and they made a point-blank effort. Not the ideal start, but almost half expected after the game was picked off. It was much different opposition, as you can see in the team sheet, than the Europa League finalists. So, yeah, it should be an interesting game. Firmino has equalized for us. I mean, he had quite a bit of defenders in the box. That good turnaround in the end. It wasn't off the post, so fine margins. I mean, I would say we were lucky, but I did think we deserved this. So look at that big turnaround, and rocketed past De Gea. So after the 37th minute, we're level. Ericsson has scored from point-blank range. We just got a bunch of passes going, beautifully orchestrated, and we got it. So we were 1-0 down
You have
against
to
the
be
Adidas
there to
All-Stars,
score it.
fairly
He
recent,
ran in and got
no,
his
not
reward.
recent,
Just
early in
couldn't
the
miss.
game.
No, it was a
And
fighters'
now we're
effort.
2-1
The
up,
final
so
finish wasn't difficult,
hopefully
but
we
to
can
get
maybe
there
knock one
took a
in
little bit of
again,
instinct.
knock another one in,
Great news for
or
Liverpool.
just
They
defend this
are in
lead
front.
and it should go well.
Dele Alli. It's Salah now. Ericsson. This is Firmino. Looking for an opening.
Salah getting one in,
Oh, what a fine
and it's
goal.
funny because he is on
And
the
it is
Adidas All-Stars,
by 2
so
now.
although he's loyal to
They'll
Liverpool,
feel a little
he's
bit
kind
more
of scoring
comfortable.
against himself, and
Great
that came
value
quickly,
for
and we kind
disadvantage at the
of
moment.
we're pretty safe right now with the two-goal lead. I think we should see this one out, but
Oh, they've
you
got
never
another
know.
one, Alan.
They're on a goal here.
Because Van Dijk's, he's really tall and he's really good at heading, so he's
Son.
just really good to have in the box on corners or any
Mohamed
set
Salah.
pieces for that matter.
Shots on here.
Ericsson with another one from, I mean, just inside the box. It was still a pretty impressive volley. So, yeah, I think it's fair to say we're going to see this one out.
He took it with
And I
great
really don't
approach.
think the
Sure, getting the
scoreline
first goal
represents the
gave him
game.
the
I think we
confidence
played
to
well,
grab the
of
second
course,
chance
but I
here.
don't think we played like
I have to say it's so one-sided today, but all credit to the team.
that much
They are
better
backing
than
up
the
the
other
goals.
team that we deserve
Still 20
to
minutes to
get 3
go.
goals up. I think we kind of
It's
should be
Messi.
2 up at max, but hey, I'm
Could be
pleasantly
dangerous.
surprised.
Roberto Firmino. Christian Eriksen. Son. Little private game between the two of them. Son. And shoots.
Son has got a beautiful goal, top left corner, 5-1.
Hummels. Pogba. Now Messi.
Full time whistle, we won 5-1, which I wasn't expecting as much of a margin. And in case you were wondering, this is probably my last game on professional difficulty. I know it's not really a high difficulty, and you may think I'm not challenging myself, but believe it or not, FIFA 19 is actually my first FIFA. And I really started at semi-pro because the other ones are really easy. So when I first started out, I kind of went in between with kind of semi-pro and pro. And then in the beginning of 2019, I think around February, March, I started playing with pro, so I kind of just mastered that. It took a little while to get a grip of, as you would know. Switching difficulties takes a little while. So I'm probably going to switch to world class after this game. Then when I'm getting used to it, I might not want to make videos because I might just get like killed by Cardiff as like Man City. As you know, all the struggles of picking difficulty. So that's going to conclude the video. Tell me who you think's going to win the Champions League, Europa League. I hope you all enjoy the Champions League final. Unless you're a Spurs fan, then I hope your team loses 5-0.